What's it going to take to get a smile out of you today?
Wave a magic wand and make Terry disappear?
Oh, yeah?
I was kidding.
Infatuation can bring out the worst in a man.
Tell me about it.
That and the Tate's poisoning his mind against me every day. It's no wonder Terry hates my guts.
There's still no excuse for his behaviour yesterday.
Doesn't bother me.
Well, it bothers me.
Well, you can't blame the man for trying. He may have terrible taste in employers, but his taste in women isn't all that bad.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
It hasn't failed me yet.
Looking for me, I hope?
Oh, my life, darling.
I've got to get home before I go to Pollard's.
Haven't you got something for me first?
Give us a chance.
Look, I meant what I said yesterday, you know.
I know. You'll have your money by tea time, OK?
Right, we'll see that I do.
You know they both want me.
Yeah. They're gagging for you, mate.
So, you fancy a few jars on tonight or what?
What about we meeting the Woolly at 8?
Well, let's try looking at them for a change. A few bars, bite to eat, then onto a club.
What's wrong with a swift one in there first?
Can't you survive one night without that fancy woman of yours?
No, it's just that they do a decent pint, that's all.
Decent pint? Have you heard yourself, old man?
Meet at 7 o'clock, right? Taxi into Otten. If you're still standing by 10, first round's up me and club.
Now you're talking.
So you didn't get much sleep either?
I didn't, as it happens, no.
Well, I don't know about you, but I am not prepared to put up with it any longer.
Put up with what?
I don't know who she thinks she is.
Who?
Oh, so it wasn't the party that kept you awake all night, then?
No, I've been out on call.
Party? Where?
Next door.
Zoe's place.
Well, it wouldn't be Betty's, would it?
This is the same Zoe's idea of wild as curling up on sofa with a Danielle Steele and a bottle of red.
I know what I heard. Music blaring till all hours.
Are you sure?
Oh, couldn't it fine this morning, aren't we, Jack?
That's because I've been awake half the flaming night.
Not you and all.
See?
I did try and warn you about getting involved.
So what do you want? A trophy for your I told you so cabinet?
Everything all right for you both?
Perfection on a plate, Chloe, love.
Yeah, apart from my brew were cold and that bacon's dead grizzly.
Sorry.
Real charmer lately, aren't we, Terry?
I just know one thing. I've made a right pig's ear of it.
Talking of which, you gonna eat that?
I just hope Chris don't find out that I talked to Louise. Otherwise, I'll be on dough-Q come Monday.
Hey, can't you pace yourself? You're making us look slow.
You are slow.
Yeah. Well, some of us didn't sleep very well last night. I've got a splitting headache.
All right, so what's his excuse?
Well, he's meticulous, aren't you, Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I haven't time to be because I am counting on a big fat bonus in my pay packet.
Hey, you can't expect Pollard to pay extra, not for shoddy workmanship.
Who's gonna want to buy that lot?
Hey, who rattled your cage?
It's supposed to look like these.
Oh. Sorry.
Right!
Hey!
Get off!
No,
Hello, how may we help you?
I'm looking for Mr. Pollard.
Headmaster's office, love.
Are you from local paper?
No, I'm a social worker. I'm here on behalf of Houghton Children's Home.
Oh, do you think they'd like a couple more?
What the?
Mr. Pollard?
Ah, you must be Beth. Would you like to come this way, please? We'd much safer for any office.
Well, I'm surprised you dare show your face in public.
Am I supposed to know what you're talking about?
These all-night parties round at your place I've been hearing about.
It's absurd. Who said that?
Well, Viv up for one, because all the music's ruining a beauty sleep. Oh, yeah, and don't expect any polite hellos from Jack Sugden either.
You think half the village is whispering behind my back?
I said you might have upset one or two neighbours, but won't go that far. But while we're on the subject of being unpopular, I've got a message for you.
From whom?
One of your old flames rang yesterday, Emma.
Emma Nightingale?
That's the one, yeah?
Well, what on earth does she want?
Well, that's exactly what she said about you. She also made it very clear that she don't want you going pestering her ever again.
I haven't so much as thought about Emma in years.
How about to take you and me into town for a meal later?
Sorry, love. I've made other plans.
We can drop Andy Pandy off at the youth club on the way.
Didn't tell me you had the night off.
Is there a problem?
He's coming out with me.
Oh, I see.
I promised him, Dad.
You don't have to explain.
Anyway, I thought you'd be working. Or babysitting Rodney.
Yeah, that just about sums up my life at the moment.
The team is very excited at having you both on board for fundraising.
Oh, we're delighted to help with such a worthy cause.
Great, because I was hoping we can get the ball rolling.
Did you have anything particular in mind?
Well, Councillor Hardy informs me that your husband is always keen to adopt a more hands-on approach.
So you've met Dennis, have you?
Very helpful she was too. She suggested that we organise a kids' outing.
Outing, you say?
Yeah, and what better way than with a whistle-stop tour of the Mayor's Village? How does that sound?
And what's that face for? Nice of Tate Haulage to conveniently drop race contracts. I'm sure Chris had his reasons. Cracking chilli, by the way. Terry told me all about your little Dutch trip. Well, you know, if I'd have known, I'd have sent you a postcard. Really? For your information, those extra passengers you were carrying were just as much of a shock to Ray. I haven't got the faintest idea what you're talking about. And neither do you, by the sounds of it.
Yes, it promises to be a memorable day all round.
Well, thanks for your time, and I'll see you next week.
Next week it is.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. What are you gawping at? Get on with your work. Hands-on operation indeed.
Never mind Linus for now. Think of the publicity this could stir if we make it a day to remember for those children.
Did I hear this right? You and the mayoress entertaining a group of children?
That's right, Betty.
Oh, well, this I've got to see, because them two couldn't manage a pet rabbit.
Don't worry, Betty. I'm used to managing a rabble workforce.
Terry, get in here.
I'm telling you, it was a good job the place was nearly empty. I mean, the stuff she was coming out with.
Chris? Do you have a problem taking instructions from me?
No.
Then why didn't you keep your mouth shut?
I take it one of you have seen Louise.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
I'm sorry, all right? But I just felt like I had to say something.
Oh, my heart bleeds.
The thing is, she knew before I got there. Ray must have spun her some yarn.
I don't care about Ray. You were way out of line. You betrayed my confidence, our confidence, and for what? To try and win the affections of some ten-a-penny barmaid?
Oh, hang on. I was just looking out for
I'm warning you, Terry. You better get your act together and fast before I find somebody I can trust.
Pint, please, Bob.
Bit early, isn't it?
I'm celebrating.
What, celebrating what?
Celebrating still having a job. By the skin of my teeth.
Before you say anything, thought a change of scenery would be good for me.
Can't you go for a walk instead?
She's right. The fresh air would do you a power of good.
One drink. Is that too much to ask?
Give the man a drink. On me.
And how about one of those little cigars to go with it?
Right, that's it.
Oh, come on, Diane. Where's your sense of humour? Whiskey?
Don't serve him.
Diane!
I'm taking you home.
Oh, don't bother. I'm going.
Don't worry. I'll look in on him as soon as I finish this.
Did you have to go and encourage him like that?
Well, we'll say a drink can be medicinal.
Well, he's recovering from a heart attack, not a common cold.
Sorry. Thought I was doing him a favour.
I might look like the Wicked Witch of the West here, but I'm only trying to do what's best for Rodney. This isn't right.
Don't worry, I'll dock it off next week, so if it's over.
No, it's 30 quid short. Look how much I've done.
You're lucky to have a job at all after this morning's carry-on.
Come on, Mr. Pollard, this isn't fair. I got the work done, now I want my bonus like you promised.
The work is not up to standard, I'm afraid. I couldn't get rid of these at a car boot sale.
I really need that money.
Not my problem. If you want lessons in artistry, look no further than Sam and Betty's efforts.
Thanks a lot. For nothing.
So what do you think? Shall I put you down as a yes?
A yes for what?
Haven't you listened to a word I've said?
The children's visit.
Next week.
No, I don't think so.
Why not? It would make their day so much more special. Not to mention educational.
This isn't a zoo. Animals come here to be treated.
What she means is it can get a little bit hectic.
Well, I remember that. All I ask is a few words and a quick guided tour.
Well, I'll tell you what, why don't I have a look at the appointments and see what we've got, and then we'll work something out.
Thank you, Paddy. It wasn't so difficult, was it?
Hello, my name is Seth Armstrong, and I enjoy the simplest things in life. I call them the 3 Bs. Booze, betting and Betty. But not in that order, mind, because I've never been able to decide which is my #1 favourite. A decent pint or a winning flutter.
Who the heck you talking to?
Nobody.
Well, it didn't sound like that to me.
I was thinking aloud, that's all.
You know, you need to get out more instead of being stuck in front of that thing all day.
Good idea. I think I'll nip out now and get a breath of fresh air.
What's it like?
Just a sausage roll.
I'll take a seat, I'll bring it over.
Thanks, by the way.
Oh, part of the service?
No, I meant for nothing. Some help you turned out to be with charity yesterday.
Well, I did try.
Well, I thought you two were supposed to be mates.
Doesn't mean to say she listens to everything I say. Anyway, I thought today was payday.
Oh, aye, it's a joke, innit, when you went for Ebenezer Pollard?
Oh, things can't be that bad.
No. OK, you're right. At least I'll be guaranteed 3 square meals a day where I'm going.
Where's that?
Prison, when charity turns me in.
It won't come to that.
It might, if I don't get my hands on some cash soon.
What can I get you, Mrs. Turner?
Well, coffee, please, and one of those delicious-looking donuts. Are you still fretting about those photographs?
Photos?
Of young Kirk.
Oh, yeah, those. I can't even afford to buy a passport photo these days.
Well, maybe I can help. Let's take this as an advance on next week's wages and something towards those playgroup photographs. I know how much they mean to you.
Thanks, Mr. Turner. That's really kind of you.
Well, you've earned it.
Oh, my God! It looks like someone's living room. Tasteless.
Isn't that Betty's place?
So it is!
Good Lord. What do you think she's doing?
Do you think she knows?
No chance. Look at her, she hasn't got a clue.
She must have.
Who cares? Let's just keep watching. You never did say what happened between you and Terry last night.
Didn't I?
You can do better than that.
I had a bit of a go at him, that's all.
What about?
I had to tell him to wise up and get out of my life.
That explains why he was like a bear with a sore head this lunchtime.
Yeah, well, you better get used to it. I'm happy with Ray, and that's the way it's going to stay.
Jack! Can I get you a drink?
You had a knock on the head?
Whiskey, please, Diane, and a pint for Jack.
What can I do for you, Eric?
My wife and I are accompanying a party of school children around the village next week. I was hoping you might lend your expertise.
Me? What can I do?
Oh, well, nothing too taxing. A short talk on farming, pat a cow or two, that sort of thing.
It's ironic, isn't it?
What is?
You didn't want to know when I had a farm to talk about.
Well, you would be letting down a very worthy cause.
Go on, then. Be worth it just to see you and Gloria knee-deep in cowpat.
Cup of tea, Chloe, love.
Oh, we're just about to close, Seth.
Not when one of my most ingenious customers walks in. Give him a chocky biscuit to go with it on the house.
Is it my birthday?
No, but Viv thinks all hers have just come at once.
Why, what's happened?
Not much for the last 10 minutes, but earlier she gave us a performance Michael Flatley would have been proud of.
Is she talking in riddles?
I'm talking about Betty, of course.
What about her?
I had to turn the volume down. Her snoring was frightening the customers. Where are you going?
Good to shut it down.
Wait, Seth, we have movement.
What's she up to?
Maybe she's taking it to the dry cleaners.
Taking Seth to the cleaners, more like.
She's checking my pockets to see if I've been to bookies.
You sly old goat, Betty Eggleton.
I think I will have that couple of. I want to see if Betty's got any more funny habits up her sleeve.
Oh.
Heading out?
Yeah, just leave the town.
Don't do anything I wouldn't. I wasn't past my sell-by date, of course.
You sure you should be,
It's tonic water with a splash of lemon. Care to join me?
All right. Anything good on?
Depends if you're into game shows or cooking.
Let's get a move on, mate. Don't want to miss happy hour. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling lucky tonight.
Actually, Sid, I might give it a miss tonight, mate.
Stop messing me about. Taxi's waiting. You serious?
I'm all in, mate, honest.
Oh, you'll be all right with a few pints down your neck.
No, you go.
What, I'm in lonesome?
You said you were feeling lucky. Hey. There's a tenner for the taxi.
Thanks a lot, Grandad.
Hey, does that video recorder work?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, I'll be back in a minute.
Hey, what are you doing here? It's supposed to be a night off.
I don't mind pitching in if it's busy.
Can I get you a drink, Diane?
Go on then.
Nah, I don't think so. If you want a drink, I'll bring it through.
Oh, that's you've been told.
On second thoughts, I'll go and have a nice hot soak. I'd hang on to this one if I were you.
Well, might be the idea, actually.
What can I get you this fine evening, sir?
A bucket would come in handy.
Don't start, Terry.
Don't worry. I wouldn't give him the satisfaction. Whiskey, please.
I wouldn't also. Oh, maybe.
Been waiting for an excuse to watch this.
Bullet, Steve McQueen.
Nothing like a good car chase to get the heart pounding, eh?
Perhaps I'd be safer with Toy Story. Looks like you've had this copy for a fair old while.
No, I got it in the car boot sale last weekend. It cost me £1.
4 and 6, first time I had the privilege. Ritz Picture House, 1968. See, that would have made me 21. And the rest.
Pushing 60?
No, hang on a bit. There's no need for that.
Well, 55 then.
Near enough.
I would never have put you at that age.
You wouldn't?
No way.
You're just saying that to make me feel better.
I'm not.
Go on, then. How old?
Well, mid to late 40s.
Really?
Yeah. For some strange reason, I thought you were the same age as me and Diane.
Oh, it's like that werewolf film when they get dirty looks from everyone.
Hope it's not a full moon out.
Listen, Chris, you get the drinks in, yeah? Because I need to speak to someone.
Come on then, drink up. My round next.
You're supposed to be watching your money.
Yeah, well, I can afford to buy a mate a drink, can't I?
Oh, is that right?
Look, 30 quid, like we agreed.
Oh, it's funny, I thought we said 50.
Well, it's all I've got.
Well, it'll have to do then, won't it? And now be careful where you leave that, because you can't trust anybody these days.
All right, boss. Can I buy you and Charity a drink?
They're on their way.
I'll buy another one then.
No, thank you.
I'll get you one later.
Terry, at least have the courtesy to let me finish being angry with you.
Hardly Mr. Popular this evening, Terry, are we?
What are you doing here?
Didn't fancy going out. You look like you could use the company.
Since when have you been that considerate?
Well, I think the Wicked Witch of the West must be casting her evil spell over me.
I'm sorry I jumped down your throat earlier.
That's all right. I wasn't thinking.
How long's he been like that?
Passed out about an hour ago.
What are we going to do now, then?
Well, it's pointless me watching this. I've missed half of it already. But I'm sure we can think of something.
Sure you don't want me to wait?
No, I'll be along in a couple of minutes.
What about your man?
Don't worry about him, I can handle Terry.
Come on, mate, down the hatch.
You know what they say? You've either got it or you haven't.
But maybe that's not such a good idea.
Because I clearly don't have a clue when it comes to women.
Yeah, well, I have, especially Diane. No, I'm going to get the chop unless I empty this pub. Come on.
Oh, hey, don't send us back there. Chris is still mad at me.
Just think about your warm bed.
I haven't had a warm bed for as long as I can remember. Hey, how's about a nightcap at your place? Oh, go on, be a pal.
One drink.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, you'll have to wait outside.
Oh, hey, I could help you clear up.
All right, hey, don't go watering Edna's flower beds.
No,
All right.
hey, oh.
Louise.
Night, Terry.
No, hey, wait up, Louise.
Look, I'll save your apology, at least until you've sobered up.
Do you really think I'm that repulsive?
Don't be silly.
Well, why do you believe him over me? I got a right rollicking today from Chris and it were all your fault.
Good night, Terry.
Look, I know I'm not special.
What do you think you're doing?
I know I ain't got a flash car or a fancy bachelor pad.
Terry, go home now before we both say something we might regret.
No, but with me, you get exactly what you see, and with him, you get only what he wants you to see.
Terry, what are you doing? What's happened to you lately? You're a mess. Leave me alone.
But I'm right about him. Don't come running back to me when it all goes sour. We're finished. Do you hear? Finished, you and me.